Tesla update here on the 13th. So Elon apparently leaked that shareholders are going to vote yes. Stock pops all the way up here to one of the targets I mentioned in the video yesterday. A little bit short of it. It went to 191. So like I said in the video, I had one put, I had two sold puts, and a few calls. Sold everything right up here, knowing that this is an ABC structure. We know that because this can't be a 5-wave move. Look at this. This comes below the A wave, so we know that we're just looking for a C wave higher. Is it possible it goes higher from here? I would say highly, highly unlikely, just because for the final move higher, or for the next move higher, we're looking for an impulse move similar to this. So this structure makes it so much easier to trade because you know where to sell. We have weekly supply up here. I know I'm looking for a C wave, so I sold everything up here and scaled into more puts. Already out of a lot of my puts and holding a few because this should be going all the way down here to probably like 160 would be my guess. It doesn't have to. It could be like a running flat, but I would say minimum 176, more than likely 160s. So if we look at this from a timing perspective as well, the A wave started on Monday, April 29th. This probably ended today on the 13th. That gives us about a month and 14 days. We'll say 6 weeks. So I'd be looking for about 3 weeks to get down here to 160, but it could be quicker just because we're getting big news here on after the bell. So it is a big event after the bell, really big event, because if we say yes to him getting his package, that should be bullish for the stock. But just the structure, I'm going by technical analysis more than guessing what the reaction is going to be. I still think it's going to be sell the news down to here. And it might take a little bit of time. It might end up, let's zoom in here a little bit. This looks like a first wave to me. So this might come back up here a little bit into the end of the day, maybe back up here to 186, 187. That'd be like about the 0.5 fib. And then I would expect something like this. Maybe this takes a while. Going by the timing of it, I would say you're looking around July 4th. Around July 4th to be the bottom here for the overall B wave. So again, this is supposed to be the overall B wave. This was the overall A wave. This is B or 2. It can be a second wave too. So then if we hit like 160 to 165 around July 4th, then ironically, or just kind of crazy, that the timing that I would calculate would be the top would be right around the Robotaxi event sometime in mid-August. Right around probably 242 in this long-term trend line is right around like August 7th. And there you have it. That would either be this is pretty much around there too at 250. But 242 would be my target around like August 7th. And then that would be the C wave or the third wave. And then going back to the long-term chart, again, to me, it looks like it's probably going to end up being another move down and then a move higher after that. But it is possible that this is a diagonal too, though. Got to watch out. If it ends up being 5 waves, it could be something like this. So this would end up being the third wave. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. So we'll see what happens, but on the shorter term time frames, I'm pretty sure that we're going to come back down here into this box, 154 to 172. It could go as far as 151. So 151 to 176, anywhere in that range, is probably coming within the next couple of weeks. Back down there. This is a quick move higher. The structure is ABC. Move down. The options chain. Okay, you see a lot of calls there. Those are all, you have above the ask at 186. The options chain's not really giving me that much. You have some puts. Let's get this over. Get rid of weekly. You have a bunch of puts though. Look at this put right here. 1.67 million. You have a 2.4 million one from 187.41. You do have some calls in here, but those could be covered calls as well. You have a 150 call for 117. Normally when they do like far out, it doesn't really give you that much direction because it's almost like they're averaging into it. So I try to look at the shorter term ones. So right here, this 175 or 621 makes a lot of sense. Here's another one. The only thing that's weird about these though is the IV has gone down. So normally that means they're selling the puts. So I'm not really watching the options chain, I guess, or this flow as much today. I think that if this does take a move higher and somehow gets through this whole move here, like on a very small chance, I'll give it like a 1% chance, then I have a few calls that I'm buying with my covered call money, just in case I'm wrong. And that's one thing, when I'm doing this, I'm always trying to hedge my position, like in a way where I can't really lose money, but if I'm wrong, I'll at least break even, or maybe I'll still make money if I'm wrong. So I'm not trying to like nail it perfectly, but that's what the chart is showing. Down here to 160, and we'll see. These were all ABC moves. I guess it's possible this could be a C leg, but I don't think so. I think this is definitely a C leg higher for the overall B wave. And you can see here, we're already at the top of the 4 hour too. So let's go to the daily. In the daily, we're at the top as well. So heavily weighted towards the downside. I'm going to leave it at that, but just your update before the package comes out. We'll see what happens. I'm selling puts though too, just in case I'm wrong. I sold some 165 puts for August, and we'll see what happens. That's it.